Hey, I'm Fight the Flat Earth, and welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what the writers of Game of Thrones did to Season 8. Today, we look at a Flat Earther who is all over the place. Every conspiracy there is, he believes in it. And that's one of the things about Flat Earth that is so dangerous, because if you do believe the Earth is flat, then everybody is lying to you, and most conspiracies are true. I deal with the Flat Earth nonsense. In fact, I've become a subject matter expert when it comes to debunking the magic space pizza created by a bearded sky daddy. But the stupid on display from this particular dumbass spills into many more avenues of crazy. So I've called in some backup from obvious NASA shill and enemy of stupid Planarwalk.
Ahoy hoy.
To help me with episode 25 of Flerfs Are Idiots, Merrimer the Red.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Thank you for joining me once again for another look at the boundless pits of human stupidity. So, Merrimer the Red recently released a video called Flat Earth Proofs for Those Who Always Argue in Endless Circles Ignoring Citations. Catchy title. Are you ready? Facepalm protection in place? Good, then let's begin.
Hello there, I just want to make a quick video, or maybe a little bit longer video, I don't know. This topic stresses me out because it's just in one ear and out the other with people, you know?
Oh, Merrimer, I know what you mean, mate. I spend ages trying to explain the most basic of shit to Flerfs all the time, but then they just go, yeah, but nah, because reasons. For instance, I tell a flat earther about how pendulums can demonstrate the rotation of the Earth, and you can actually calculate the distance from your location to the North Pole based on the amount of drift the pendulum has. And a flat earther will say this.
I understand pendulums as well. They are the tool of the diviners, where they summon in demons to make them move.
This topic of the flat Earth and whether there's proofs for geocentrism.
What now? Wait, they're not the same. Flat Earth and geocentrism aren't the same thing at all. Geocentrists accept the fact that the Earth is round and space is a thing. They just think Earth is the center of the universe and everything orbits around it. Look, you're getting your half-baked pseudo-science conspiracy beliefs all mixed up.
We were having an argument with some blue pill on Twitter, and I cited a bunch of proofs for geocentrism and whatnot, and it just went in one ear and out the other. And so this video, I guess, is about how this just sort of gets a little old, because it's the same thing over and over again with every single one of these people.
Again, I have to agree with you. I can cite sources all of the time and just get ignored. But I have a feeling that we don't mean the same thing when we say citations.
You cite a proof, they ignore you, call you a name, and change the subject. You cite another proof, they ignore you, they call you a name, they change the subject.
Yeah, you've just described every debate I've ever had with a flat earther. Keeping one of you morons on topic is something I really struggle with. It's like a child seeing something shiny.
So if people can't even look at the proofs you cite, and instead they just start calling you a spam bomber or whatever, then they're not ever gonna look. And they deserve their ignorance. Like this. Gravitation and Co-Gravitation. Both these books prove gravity is nothing. It's an anecdotal wet dream of a Jesuit pedophile scumbag named Isaac Newton.
Oh, you're a lovely person as well as intelligent, I see. Good to know. But is that your citation? Do you even know what that meme you're showing is referring to? Because it's trying to say that gravity is electromagnetic. Gravity cannot be electromagnetic in nature. Those books in the meme you've just shown, they try to say that Sir Isaac Newton's inverse square law of gravity is essentially identical to Charles Coulomb's inverse square law of electromagnetic attraction, and that Newton copied the other. And that's stupid for this list of reasons. 1. Coulomb's law was first published 98 years after Newton's law. 2. Just because they share a 1 over r squared behaviour doesn't mean they are the same thing. And 3. Gravity is a weak attractive force. Electromagnetism is a strong, attractive and repulsive force. You're a fucking idiot.
And this little girl, who's probably 20 and thinks she knows everything, has an account solely designed to attack flat earthers. So clearly she's a shill.
Oh, come on, NASA do not pay shills to create accounts to fight the flat earth. What a stupid thing to say. Hello, fight. Yeah, NASA. I've covered the Column's law thing. No, I haven't got to that bit yet. Yeah, well, I'm trying to do it now, but this is the time I record. You've called me. Yeah, well, I'll get back to it. But just before you go, I'm gonna check. It's payday this week, right? Yeah, brilliant. Okay, look, I'm gonna go now. Okay. No, NASA, you hang up. No, you. No, you hang up. No. All right. Okay. Look. I've got to go. I'll call you later. Okay. NASA. Look. Bye. Yes. I love you too. Bye. Where was I? Oh yeah. Shills. Don't be silly. There isn't any shills.
And after about an hour of this, I just blocked her, because why would anyone want to waste their time on these people if they're not going to look? Even if you cite proofs. Like, for example, this. Proof. Whatever your name is. Blue pill. NASA lies. Founded by Nazis in Operation Paperclip. These are facts. And then look to Geology 101. Molten metals lose magnetic properties. So how could the core of Earth be creating magical gravity?
Again, that is a meme, not a citation of anything. Gravity doesn't come from the core. You sound as stupid as why you are an idiot. And it's not the metal that's really causing the magnetic field. This is a perfect example of why a meme is not a citation. Everything Dr. Evil is saying there is wrong. Off to the remedial classroom with you, you mentally deficient window licker.
Apparently, they prefer the word retard.
Eh? Oh, how very quaint.
Okay, I must have been a horrible person in a previous life because I've been told I need to teach summer school to the stupidest pupils. Wait, the stupidest pupils? Does that mean... Oh, God, no! I do not get paid enough for this. Okay, so there is a common misconception that the planet's magnetic field comes from the spinning iron core. And then flat earthers start saying things like that can't be true because iron's too hot to be magnetized. And for once, they're kind of right. The field is actually created by electrical currents due to the motion of convection currents in the Earth's outer core. These convection currents are caused by heat escaping from the core. It's a natural process called a geodynamo. And the core most certainly does not cause gravity. Nobody thinks that. Oh, what is it, Mr. Pratt? No, I don't like your hat. Get out, you morons.
People I know on YouTube and whatnot and Facebook took these pictures. With today's digital cameras, we can zoom in on things 20 miles away. The sun in the clouds.
Did you just say the sun was 20 miles away? 2 secs. Most ridiculous things said by a flat earther, part 2.
Now and then I took all the pictures and made the meme. But of course, when you say NASA lies, people refuse to believe that. Instead, the first thing you'll hear is, "Oh, those are all CGI'd."
Did you just accuse us of saying things are CGI?
Are the clouds 93 million miles away? It doesn't take a genius to see that they're lying. The sun is not 93 million miles away. But, you know, that'll just go in one ear and out the other.
So you're saying the sun is in the clouds? Well, apart from the fact that airline pilots would have to be trained to avoid it, do you also think that this pole is in the clouds? Moron.
Photographers wait their whole lifetime for a picture like this. What do you see here? The moon parting the clouds. If that's the case, then how the hell could the moon be 238,000 miles away if it's parting the clouds? I mean, come on, people. Think.
Yeah, come on, people. Think. This pole is obviously parting the clouds.
And as a physics guy, I propose the sun is a plasma circuit and the moon is its opposite charge, and together they create the EM field in a diamagnetic electric plasma circuit that creates the EM field that holds all matter together.
Excuse me, the fuck did you just say?
You started that out by saying you're a physics guy, and then must have had a stroke or something. I think I need a break from the stupid. Next up is Planarwalk to take a look at this batshit crazy conspiratard. I bet you all 20 quid he starts with his normal ahoy hoy nonsense.
Hello there.
Ah, shit.
I'm Planarwalk, and Fight the Flat Earth has asked me to come along and help him take a look at Mary Moore the Red's videos. Now, his channel is, and to quote the immortal words of Jeranism, interesting, and I don't mean that in a good way. Sure, he may go after people like Nick Fuentes, which, if I recall correctly, I do not agree with Nick Fuentes on some of his positions, but I wouldn't call him a Jesuit shill. So a quick look at Mary Moore's channel shows that there is no conspiracy that he doesn't believe in. He believes in FEMA camps. He believes that the royal family is reptiles. There is actually enough different content there that someone could go ahead and make an entire series just going through and debunking it. But I'm not sure that Fight the Flat Earth would be up for that.
No, I haven't been given the assignment by NASA, so...
But the video that I'm going to go through is one that I hope doesn't have too much crazy in it. Ahoy hoy. You might want to tip your camera down, it's only getting top half of your face. Thought you should know.
Hello there. Big shout out to...
Wait, did he just cut off what he said with an edit? That would be like me saying, as always, a big shout out to...
YouTube was nerfing my subs, unsubbing you from my page. I know Jake Gibson talks about that happening to his page lots.
I believe that also happened to Jack Spadici.
And then you see vids with more likes than views.
So I don't know if Merry-Go-Round is aware of this, but sometimes what YouTube will do is it will take a bit of time to process the views, and whilst it's processing those views to make sure that they're actually real views, it won't add them to the view count. And it makes sense, because if you've got a video that has, let's say, 100,000 views, and all those views are from bots, then you don't want it appearing at 100,000 views, you want it appearing at what the actual number of views are.
And it's like, you know, they've been nerfing people's posts. So YouTube, what's your deal with your Stasi censorship-like crap?
Well, do you have any evidence, perhaps, that they've been nerfing people's posts? I mean, I don't expect any, seeing as you are a flat earther, and that's the last thing that flat earthers tend to have, but, you know. Also, what the fuck is with just having random images appearing on screen with nothing being said while they're appearing? You know what, I'm going to do that for this video, because, you know, I might as well increase my watch time. Wait, this isn't on my channel? Fuck!
No, it's fine, you take as long as you like.
Like, I mean, do you get off on serving the New World Order?
I had a feeling that there's going to be some kind of crazy in this video, because if a private company does something that people perceive as bad, it's part of the New World Order!
I would guess that you hammerheads have like an algorithm bot AI hidden in the code so that it just does it, and then that way you can say, well, it wasn't us, we didn't do it, none of our employees did it. It's a bug in the machine, man.
You can clearly tell that this guy is an intellectual powerhouse who has graduated with a bachelor in IT. Oh wait, no, that's me.
I need all you corporate whores to Google something called plausible deniability and diffusion of responsibility. You can't work for these corporations and not wash your hands and just say, I'm washing my hands of it. No. You're culpable. You're suspect.
Was he just slurring his words there? Sounds like he was. Maybe they're a bit too big for him. I think Merry-Go-Round here should start by Googling the word unrelated. Also, smoking is bad for you. For most people, I would advise that they don't do that, but I'll make an exception.
I only got a few hundred, like 400 subs. I can only imagine how horribly annoying and frustrating it is for guys like Jake Gibson with 10,000 plus math.
Holy shit, that looks scripted. Gotta work on memorizing your lines there, buddy.
And you see all these guys with millions of subs, and what's their page content? Garbage or movie reviews. Jeez, bread and circus much?
You do realize that not everybody has the same interest as you, right? You do realize that most people aren't conspiracy nuts, right? On another note, this movie is an alright movie if you haven't read the book. Because the book is so much better. I don't think they had actually read the second book when they made the movie, because there's so many things in the second book that only happen because of things happening in the first book that didn't happen in the movie. So I highly suggest you read the books. And besides, they didn't make a second movie. I think that might have been a good thing. 2 out of 5 stars for Planner's movie reviews.
There's a George Orwell quote. It goes like this.
But do you think it might be possible that you might be mistaken about people being controlled by some mysterious entity that you call the New World Order?
But the point of the matter is you keep people happy, you keep them fed, drugged up, keep them occupied with sports and garbage.
What's wrong with that exactly? If people are being kept happy, how is that a bad thing? Wouldn't there be a problem if people were miserable?
If people knew their local MPs and congressmen's names and their local politicians' names like they knew their favorite sport teams' stats and celebrity names, then maybe they'd be praying for those politicians to do a bit better than what they're doing, eh?
I'm not sure if Merry-Go-Round here has heard of this thing called an election in which you can vote in. It's very useful for democratic societies to have.
Like if people weren't so enamored by the TV, the image of the beast, all hail the almighty TV, maybe this crap wouldn't be happening.
So the TV is the image of Satan? Okay. Does it still count if I play video games, or if I don't actually have cable TV or something like that? What if I, use something like a PlayStation to access the internet and watch YouTube videos on my TV? What if I don't even use a TV? What if I have a PC monitor instead of a TV? Does it still count then? And if it doesn't matter whether it's a TV monitor or a PC monitor, then why is my phone also the image of the... Fuck! And it even counts with my old Nokia because that's still a screen. Holy shit, this is going to be a challenge. Alright. This is going to be impossible to destroy. And as for this, I'm regretting buying a Samsung now. Should have gone with Apple. That'd be broken by now.
But now we've gotten to a point where companies like YouTube and Facebook just censor people at will. It's so Orwellian.
Absolutely, Merry-Go-Round. I mean, you're being censored right now in this video, aren't you?
But for the most part, I think it's AI bugs and computer programs purposely embedded in the software so that they can have plausible deniability.
Oh, I see where he's coming from now. I needed this on. So what's happening is YouTube is unsubbing people from channels, whether it be gaming channels or whether it be Flat Earth channels, and the reason being is because they don't want people finding out about conspiracy theories, and the best way to do that is unsub them from channels that they're subscribed to stop them finding about conspiracy theories that they've already watched videos about. Wait, what?
Because Jake was telling me how when he sent massive complaint to these YouTube prags, they said, oh, well, we didn't know, it must be a bug. Sorry about that, we'll fix it as soon as we can. And then they do nothing. And there's no, like that song, reparations, restorations, reparations, YouTube, you suck.
No. No. Bad Merry-Go-Flat. That was the worst thing that I've ever heard on YouTube. Let me show you how it's supposed to be done, okay? Alright, I'm done. I just can't handle this anymore. Back to you, Fight the Flat Earth. Wait, fight? Back to you, fight!
Haha, I'm over here. Thanks for that, Planarwalk. If you guys have not subscribed to Wolfie6020's Son, then I highly suggest you do. Click the link in the description. Anyway, you didn't think that was all from Merry-Go-Round, did you?
Basically, Michelson Morley proved with a laser that up and against the ether, it was not disrupted. Over and over again, this experiment can be replicated. This laser is never disrupted, and it proves Earth is not moving. Because if Earth was moving at all these ridiculous speeds, the laser would have been disrupted. But of course, NASA worshippers, that goes in one ear and out the other.
I'm sorry, but are all your citations just memes with incorrect facts on? No, the Michelson Morley experiment didn't disprove the Earth was moving, only that the ether didn't exist. The Michelson Morley experiment was set up to try and detect the ether wind that the Earth would create from orbiting the Sun, as at the time it was assumed that space was filled with a substance called the luminiferous aether. They had an interferometer on a rotating concrete slab that they could rotate into and against the flow of this aether wind, and this would show as an interference pattern in a recombined laser light. They detected no interference pattern, therefore no aether. They both knew that the Earth was round, and they both knew that the Earth rotated around the Sun. That wasn't up for question or anything to do with the experiment.
Or this, in 1871, Aries, George Bedell Airy proved that the stars are moving, not Earth. But you know, globetards will be like, whatever man, it's just a meme man. Quit spam bombing us with your memes, man.
But that is memes. You're literally scrolling through a Twitter feed with memes. This isn't citations. Airy's failure was another thing that assumed the existence of the aether, and that meant Airy's experiment was falsely skewed by the assumption light needed a medium to travel through.
Okay, whatever. It's called citations. Do you need a dictionary to define some terms?
That's not citations, that's memes. Seriously, learn what citation means.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Here's another one. Pendulums. If Earth was moving at all these insanely stupid speeds, there would not be a single stationary pendulum anywhere.
You think that every pendulum in the world should be flailing around like the arms of M-Bends? No, just no, you idiot. The pendulums are moving with us, and the Earth rotates at 15 degrees per hour.
This is what NASA worshippers look like to me. Like, come on, think, people. For this magical globe Earth to be real, Earth has to be spinning at 1,000 miles an hour.
0.0000694 RPM.
Circling the Sun at 67,000 miles an hour.
Once a year.
The Milky Way spinning at 515,000 miles an hour.
Once every 230 million years.
And then that spinning out of the Big Burp Lie, event horizon at half the speed of light, and you don't feel any of that?
Stop it. Just stop. You are embarrassing yourself.
Or NASA and their cartoons. These are official NASA pictures put side by side. Which one do you live on? Which cartoon ball do you live on?
Different cameras, different imaging techniques, different distances, different cloud formations. Been through this all before.
I don't know about you, but I'm not a monkey on a spinning ball.
Yes, you are. We all evolved from a monkey-like ancestor. We are now apes, one of the 5 great apes. And that's all the stupid that I can stand for today, but before I go, I do have a couple of announcements. First, my worldwide science experiment to measure the shape of the Earth, Project Eratosthenes, has grown way larger than I could ever have hoped for. But this does mean that I need some help getting it all organised so it's done properly. So I'm delaying the project for 4 weeks, and including the Moon Project by Tommy Gromfield, link up there, to help hit that nail on the flat Earth coffin. But just before I go, I want to say a massive thank you to all my patrons. Your support allows me time to focus on my channel and do what's important, bringing you great content and fighting the flat Earth. I want to say an extra massive thank you to my $200 patrons, Christopher Kane and Jeffrey Sloan. If you'd like to join and become part of the FTFE team, go to patreon.com/FTFE. And thank you. Thank you guys for watching. If you've enjoyed that, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And hit the notification bell so you never miss anything from FTFE. And remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat Earth. Fight the flat. 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 Fight the flat.